Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
With so many teams now playing just one up front, Jim, it's easy to forget, isn't it, that strike partnerships used to be the norm?
Absolutely, Peter, but partnerships have proven themselves to be very productive over the years. They carry more might.
And we've had some legendary ones, haven't we?
Yeah, and how it usually works is that you've got one target man with the other striker playing off him and just looking to add another little bit of devilment. Iwobi really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Cruyff. Chiellini makes the interception.
Looking tidy in possession here. And Mon! Oh, he's hit the bar!
Andrei Shevchenko has to be the greatest player to emerge from the former Eastern Bloc.
Yeah, he is the name, isn't he?
Well, when you think he terrorises Europe's best defenders by doing the most beautiful work in the beautiful game, and we're talking goal machine.
Oh, no joy this time. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary.
Gullit constantly looking for the ball into the box. Cannavaro gets over and intercepts. That is ended up in no man's land. Passes short and sharp. It's loose now and they want to get it back.
Well, that is one way to stop him. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. And he's going to have his name taken.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Cruyff is behind this one.
And so we have the first set piece of the game. Cruyff!
Oh, the ball's come loose here. He's gone for goal! They want to be quick to recover this.
And here's Iwobi. Deep cross. Out of play for a goal kick.
And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Still goalless. Mateus, always onto this. Puyol cuts it out. Gullit.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Now it's Gullit. Lovely ball.
There's the shot! Goal! Barcelona! There is the breakthrough! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Barcelona have penetrated for the first time.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Rummenigge! Oh, it's come off the upright.
Iwobi.
Manchester United certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
And he's managed to get free. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Gullit. And it's Gullit. Quality ball. Now it's Shevchenko. Oh, perfectly measured that. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Tries to play it through.
Cruyff. A heavy challenge.
He steps in, and that's the end of that.
And here's Cruyff.
And we've reached half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
Substitution.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Manchester United can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
No, that's been intercepted. Rijkaard. Manchester United, different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
And he's intervened well there. Oh, that's well spotted. Gullit. Nice sequence of passes, this. Matthäus. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's Shevchenko. That has been cut short. Now it's Cruyff. And he welcomes it in.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And that's a dangerous ball. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up, tries a shot! Superb from Cole! About as smooth as it gets. They are right back in business.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
He just absolutely speared that in.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
Manchester United grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Rummenigge, someone who can always claim to be the most immaculate finisher. Good read, needed to be. Manchester United are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the... Great chance! Goal! Barcelona! And they're back in front. And wow, he has given that a right old hit.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
Barcelona get themselves into the lead. It's a searching pass. Shevchenko looking to run onto it. Iwobi. Cruyff. Manchester United finding their passes. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And it's Messi. Messi, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. And Shevchenko! Goal! And this is getting better and better. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
Marmoush! It's run loose, who's going to get there? Shevchenko. Oh, that is a good ball to find him. Oh, the ball's run loose here, and Marmoush! It's there! That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
Manchester United get themselves back into contention.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho. Barcelona clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Now he's off and running. And this is Shevchenko. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Howson calmly anticipates. Into the last 5 minutes.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Now is this the final assault? Xabi Alonso did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Xabi Alonso, Messi. Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. Rummenigge, who does have an assist to his name. Oh, what a shove! It's hit the upright. Oh, and that will be it. Manchester United were involved in a great game here, unpredictable in so many ways, but in the end...
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
And few venues rise to an occasion quite like this one. It is, of course, the world-famous Old Trafford. And already we're underway here. He's shifted. Roberto Baggio! No, not quite.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
Xabi Alonso gathers from the goal kick. And this is Marmoush. He's through, now is he in? Marmoush!
Frank Rijkaard's presence here in the middle will be massive, Peter. He's so physically dominant, such a destroyer.
But he does have a certain X-factor as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, and that's the side of his game that makes him so special, that ability to play on the front foot, triggering counter-attacks, quickening the tempo, and even carrying the ball forward, you know, if required.
Which has come to... And he shoots! Goal! Eintracht Frankfurt! Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. And this is Torres. Torres showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Pass is just off target. It's just beyond his reach. Oh, he's... And Marmoush! It's loose now, and they want to get it back. And he's being shifted off it. Nicely aimed pass. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Cannavaro cuts out the pass. Griezmann. He won't be happy with that one.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Puskás! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Now it's Batistuta. Cannavaro gets over and intercepts. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And he's heaved it away. Marmoush going about things with real menace. Lovely bit of skill. He's picked his way through. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Bernardo Silva. And Puskás! Rijkaard. Is there any support? He might not need it. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Szoboszlai makes the interception. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Oh, that pass isn't the best.
There will be 1 minute added time.
That's an imaginative pass.
That's a decent clearance. And there's the end of the first half.
Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 11, Batistuta.
Here we go again then.
Number 7, Griezmann.
Manchester United really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Iwobi.
Manchester United come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Now it's Roberto Baggio.
Mateus.
And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Looking for options for movement. Cannavaro calmly anticipates. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Now it's Torres. Manchester United still trailing by 1 and looking here to take it up a notch after the break. Marmoush. Eintracht Frankfurt appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well,
And a chance!
that's just playing it safe and simple.
The attendance for this match.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break.
Marmoush!
Szoboszlai clears. Zanetti has it in a wide position. And he's in on goal.
Can he finish? Sticks it away! They have come roaring back!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Substitution.
Eintracht Frankfurt choosing to make the first change.
Yeah, he may feign to shoot and just play it into the box.
Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Absolutely terrific, terrific reflexes. Goalkeeping at its very best.
Now it's Roberto Baggio.
And this is Puskás!
An uncompromising challenge.
Rijkaard gets rid without sophistication.
He has found a way through. Park Ji-sung's cross. Manchester United still have the cards to affect this game.
And this is Marmoush. Cruyff. Can he finish? Goal! Manchester United! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward!
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Manchester United go into the lead.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here. They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Now it's Mbappe, and this is Puskás.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Zanetti. He gets big. Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
Yeah, it's very well timed. A delivery like that with the right amount of pace and whip can be a nightmare to defend against.
Oh, good ball. There's the shot. They've done it. They have stolen level at the last. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
All square again into the dying minutes.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now,
Chance for a shot! Oh, yes, it's there! And that has raised the roof! Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Van Basten demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.